My Hero Academia's festival arc is my favourite arc in the series, and has been since the first day I read it. And considering this arc has just wrapped up in the anime, I thought it was finally time to make a video on why this arc is so good, even though I did promise this video as soon as last summer, but better late than never. Before we get into this arc, I'd like to ask you all to like, comment and maybe subscribe. You can always unsubscribe later. Thank you. To best tackle this arc, I'm going to split this video into 3 parts, those being the brilliance of Gentle and the Brava, the importance of this arc in bringing back Eri's smile, and lastly the development this arc gave to my favourite character in the series, Kyokijiro. Starting with Gentle and the Brava, I will say straight up that Gentle is probably my favourite antagonist in the series, with his only real competition being Twice and possibly Stain. Gentle, like most of my hero's villains, is shaped by the inherently flawed hero system. He, like most, had a dream of becoming a hero and had a resolve in this endeavour equal to many of our main cast. He tried, failed and tried again, so much so that it was recommended he drop out of the hero course altogether. His quirk was not bad, he was just a bit dumb, and despite how it seemed with Deku, not everyone will be chosen by All Might and become able to become a hero. Some people like Gentle just aren't cut out for it, and that's sadly just a mistake of the society itself. And the one time he tried to help, he got in the way of a probe and was punished. His inherent drive to save someone was punished due to the hero system, and this isn't an isolated phenomenon in the series. Toga was shunned by society due to a quirk and never got proper counselling, and people like Stain actively tried to change the corrupt system by weeding out those who he considered not true heroes. The hero system, no, the whole of quirk society is flawed, which may be why people like Redistro have so much influence. Gentle turned to crime to first off have something to do. He couldn't become a hero, so instead he had no choice to become a villain. Although Gentle probably did want to help people, at least part of his motivation to becoming a hero was down to his need for attention. He wanted to be acknowledged by society. Look at his reaction to when his old classmate didn't recognise him. Gentle, due to hero society, was encouraged to put up all his resolve towards becoming a hero. But when he wasn't cut out for it, society no longer cared. The hero society cared about making more heroes, but nothing else. And Hero Society is also responsible for La Brava and how her life turned out. Due to her quirk, she was inherently interested in people she liked to the point where it could be seen as creepy or as something a stalker would do. She didn't receive the proper counselling and as a result was shunned and isolated to the point where she considered taking her own life. Again, this is the fault of not the individual but of Hero Society, and is not too dissimilar to Shinzo's predicament or how Gang Orca is said to look like a villain based purely on his quirk. Gentle wanted recognition, if not from the world, then from at least one person, and La Brava wanted nothing more than to have someone she could love without fear of being mocked or called creepy. Gentle gave La Brava the love she needed, and La Brava gave Gentle the recognition that he wanted. It was as if they were made for each other, both rejected by the hero system and both able to relate to the other's issues. Their relationship is one of the most touching I've seen in fiction of recent times, not because of chemistry or romance, but because of how much each of them helps the other. Gentle was not doing anything malicious. If anything, he was just a really toned down hero killer Stain, and when Deku encountered him and had to fight him, I think it pained them both. Midoriya is just like Gentle, fueled by drive, but unlike Gentle, Midoriya was given a chance to become a hero from All Might, but as I said before, not everyone does. And Midoriya, despite truly wanting to stop Gentle, at least related to his predicament. As Midoriya said himself, it was the hardest battle he'd ever fought. Gentle in the end sacrificed his own well-being, his own purpose in life to save La Brava. He truly loved her just as much as she loved him. He is a YouTuber who was dealt a bad hand, and that's very relatable to a lot of people. And honestly, I can't really fault him for what he did. In the end, Gentle was not a bad person, he was just a bit dumb and was screwed over by society, and that's why I love him. But why is he so important to the arc? Well, what did Gentle do to La Brava? He gave her back her smile. He gave a girl lost in depression and darkness not only hope, but love. If not for Gentle, what would have happened to La Brava? Gentle saved her, despite being a villain, because although heroes stop villains and help people evacuate from natural disasters, true heroes help sad girls smile again. And that's just what Midoriya did for Eri in this arc. Much like how Gentle's love saved La Brava from depression, Class 1's performance saved Eri from Overhaul's shadow. Eri may have been taken away from Overhaul, but the mental baggage from her time in his care was by no means removed. She is a child without a smile, an innocent girl who has been made to go through so much. It's sickening to think what lasting damage Overhaul really did to her. Although the 1A performance was devised in story to help the rest of UA relax, narratively it is there to bring back Eri's smile. And this all ties in with what I said earlier about Gentle being Midoriya's hardest opponent yet. In both the Overhaul fight and the Gentle fight, Midoriya was fighting for Eri, in the former to save her from Overhaul's clutches, and in the later to bring her back her smile and free her from Overhaul's shadow. Midoriya did not just save Eri when he defeated Overhaul, he saved her when he made her smile. Midoriya is not a perfect protagonist and really hasn't developed too much since the Stain arc. However, when it comes to being a true hero, Midoriya embodies that. He went above and beyond just to make one girl smile. Even after saving her, he realised there was more to be done. Love or hate Midoriya, you can't deny he really is Eri's hero. If Midoriya hadn't stopped Gentle, the festival would have shut down and Eri would not have learned to smile. By defeating Gentle, Deku did just as much for Eri as when he defeated Overhaul. And that is why the quest to bring back Eri's smile is so important, not just for Midoriya's development, but to show what a true hero in this world should be and what they should aspire to be. The last part of this arc, and probably my favourite part, is the development of my favourite character in My Hero, that being Kyogre, which I'm sure anyone that's watched this channel definitely knows. Jiro's quirk, Earphone Jack, was the first quirk Horikoshi came up with, and I think he does have a soft spot for her character as a result. I mean, she's a major focus of this arc, and what other female characters in the series can you say that about? Togi in the future My Villain arc, and I guess Momo from her fight against Aizawa, but apart from that, female characters don't get much development in the series, if at all. So much so I made a whole video on the topic, which you can see in the card above and maybe in the description below. I'm a bit lazy and I might forget. Anyway, Jiro as a child was torn between two things. She wanted to become a hero to save people, but also wanted to be a musician in order not just to please her friends, but to make it so the efforts at teaching her music was not wasted. In essence, she didn't want to waste her hobby, because she saw it as useless if she's not become a musician. However, why did she have to pick one or the other? It's as her mother said, heroes save people through their actions, but musicians can save people through their music. And what does Jiro do in this arc? She saves someone with her music. Not only is the rest of UA relaxed by one day's performance, but Eri is given back her smile. Jiro was the heart and soul of the performance, no one can really deny that, and without her, would Eri have really learned to smile again? I'm really unsure. Jiro did just as much good through her singing as she did during any of her hero work, as in both she was saving lives and helping people. Jiro always thought her hobby was something to be ashamed of, seeing it as a useless hobby that offered no benefit to anyone. And that is, as I keep saying, wrong. It may have taken some egging on from Kaminari and Kota and the rest of Class 1A, but Jiro finally embraced her love for music and was no longer ashamed. Not being embarrassed about something you love is a hard endeavour and a very relatable one at that. But as shown through Jiro in this arc, by being open about what you love and sharing it with others, you can not only help yourself but also help other people. I love Jiro a lot, and the bravery she showed in the arc to expose what she considered a vulnerability to her peers is commendable. If not for Jiro and her music, Eri may not have been able to smile. And if Midoriya had not stopped Gentle, the same is very much true. When Eri smiled, she was freed from Overhaul's shadows, and she was saved. The festival arc is about one key point. At least in my mind, that is. And that is the idea that a true hero doesn't just rescue someone from a burning building or save them from some villain. No. A true hero is someone that makes little sad girls smile. Be it through music, be it through taking them to a school festival, or just giving that sad girl the love and affection she always wanted. Jiro, Midoriya and Gentle are all true heroes who made a sad girl smile, and that is why the festival arc makes me smile. It is truly my favourite arc in My Hero Academia, and I doubt that will probably ever change. Thank you Horikoshi for writing this arc to start with. No, for writing this series to start with. My Hero Academia may get a bad rap, and some of that is probably deserved, but I really don't care, as I love this series from the bottom of my heart, and hope that others can enjoy it just as much as me. I have been SephTheSin, the deadly sin of geek. Follow my Twitter, and I am signing out. I hope you all have a brilliant day, and enjoy isolation, and standard virus warnings. I'm looking out for you all. Bye bye.